guys, this is Zyra from the Willow Tree Schoolhouse and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Zyra and I homeschool two kiddos with a baby in tow who's currently napping. The ages of my kids are 7, 4.5, and my almost 5-month-old. Actually, no, 5 months. Yeah, she's 5 months. Officially, she's 5 months. Oh my goodness, I just realized I've never been good at keeping track of weeks. So 5 months, wow. Okay, so I have a 5-month-old with us. That's crazy. So in today's video, I am going to be talking about Bible and Bible time and how I'm approaching it differently in this school year. I do want to take a moment and give a shout out to my friend Cassie from Home Centered Learning. She actually inspired this and I did get her permission in tagging her account below. She does share pictures of her children on her account, so I just wanted to make sure I got the thumbs up about sharing her account, just because, you know, there's a lot of crazies out there. So this is how I incorporated Bible in previous school years. I used to include just scripture readings and talking about it during our morning time, and then reading a devotional, and then we call it a day. Now, I don't know, ever since seeing Cassie's approach to Bible, it's just been in my heart to do it this way. I want to dedicate a morning to just Bible. Now, granted, it may not be Monday through Friday, but rather over the weekend, and I'm okay with that. My kids learn a lot through talking and conversational, and sometimes I feel like we're always on the go of trying to continue our day's lessons, that I don't dedicate the appropriate amount of time into this area. And I really want to do it this school year, especially with my 7-year-old starting to kind of pay attention to its surroundings, have very deep conversations with me. And so I just want to make sure that I filled his mind with scripture readings and memory and wisdom and all that jazz. And so I went ahead and I created my own basket. This actually is held in my what is that called, my TV stand. And so I don't know where we're going to do our Bible time. It may be this table or it may be our living room table. That's something that I'm still going to work on, but I wanted to hop on and show you guys what's all going to be included. I will include some more, but for now, this is what I have. I want to keep it simple and then see what works and what doesn't work. I will do a end of the term 1 review and share with you guys what has truly worked. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead and start this. So, a lot of our scripture readings are going to be from Ambleside Online. I will link the video up here that kind of goes more in details on what Ambleside Online is. For Bible readings, I will be using my women's Bible study. I really like this. It goes more in depth on scripture and it explains a little bit more on some of the concepts that's being taught in the Bible. Somebody who wasn't raised in a religious household, I found this to be very instrumental. And then this is Aiden's Bible. Millie does get her own Bible. Millie actually gets this version of her Bible. I'm not sure, again, how I'm going to incorporate her Bible reading. It may be before bedtime or maybe even during it. I actually purchased this through, when we went thrift shopping, my friend Zendel pointed this out and said, oh, this be a great alternative for the children. Now, Ambleside Online does a great job at incorporating the Pilgrim's Progress. Last video, which I will link up here, you guys had many of you guys had suggested this version for children, because I was stuck in between choosing what Ambleside Online suggested and then this version. And many of you guys suggested this version and said that this would be a great intro to the Pilgrim's Progress. The children will pick up a lot of like the concepts, and because the characters are all animal based, they're just going to be able to retain more of that information. And so that's something that I'm going to be incorporating in our Bible. And also, we are almost done with this devotional and we are going to be starting this one. What I love about this devotional is that they include science with these like biblical concepts. And I don't know, I just like how they do a really great job in infusing those two items. I don't know why I did that. I am so sorry. Okay, another thing is I actually found this online, and this is the Pilgrim's Progress map. So I will be incorporating this, and I did laminate it. I accidentally printed 4, which is fine. But I'm actually really excited. Some of them are up and down, but like I'm really excited to somehow incorporate these into our readings. Now, I did already have this, and this was our 24 family ways. There's going to be times where I'm going to want to incorporate this because they do a really great job at also including character. Now, I have been including character with using a year of tales, and that's something that I'm still thinking about whether to incorporate this school year. We've learned a lot. We've been having a lot of fruitful conversations, and so if I were to include parts of a year of learning, like their a year of tales, it would definitely be character. I would consider it including that, but I'm not sure yet. That's something that I'm still kind of debating. Like many of you guys have noticed, based on my last video, again, I will link it up here, I talked about how I'm incorporating the Kind Kingdom, and they have their own copy work, and so I am going to be including their copy work for the Bible. I already discovered her voice, so you could probably hear her in the background. They have like their tracing, and then they get to draw a picture. This will change come second term. Aiden's probably going to be cursive, and then Millie's going to stay the same if that's something that has worked for her. Now, another thing that I am going to be including is Beautiful Feet Books character, teaching character through literature. I am really excited to include this just because we have fallen in love with history using their American history. And so I don't know, I'm just like rooting for this to be such an instrumental curriculum into our homeschool. And if you can incorporate character studies through literature, why not, right? I just like love their approach and the simplicity behind it. So all that is being included in here, they give you a book list, and then they tell you what to read each week, and they also suggest like conversational starters with your child, and that's it. They do include Bible readings, and they do separate. The first part is for like the younger kids, and the second part is for those older kids. And then lastly, I am going to include their very own sketchbook. I have noticed that if I include their very own blank sketchbook where they have the freedom to draw whatever their heart desires, their minds are a little bit more open for retention, and they're keeping their hands busy. Millie's at that age where her attention span is a little bit longer, and so I know my readings are not going to be interrupted by her wanting to play with some other toys, or her interrupting me and asking me a random question like, what are we having for lunch? I mean, the mind of a toddler, right? And she's 4.5, and I know that's something that we've been working on over the summer. It's just her attention span to be a little bit longer, and so that's something that I'm going to be incorporating. And that's about it, you guys. Cassie definitely inspired this. She used to dedicate, I don't know if she still does, to dedicate scripture readings into her mornings, and she would do these activities with her children, and it was truly inspiring to see that. That's something that I want to work on. I really want to take up on this approach with them, especially because Aiden's at that age where, you know, he's starting to pay attention. And again, I've noticed based on where our fruitful conversations are going with our character studies, that I've just noticed that he's okay. Like, he's there at that point where he needs more deep conversations and more meaningful and hypotheticals. And so what better way than to just dedicate a morning to just Bible, and that's it. But that is it. That concludes today's video. Thank you guys for sticking around this long. I try to make it short and sweet because I know last video was very long. If you guys found this video at all to be helpful, please like it. Please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. It would mean so much to me. And have a really good weekend, you guys. Have a safe weekend and a blessed weekend with your family. Thank you guys so much.